Who is that mystery man? Who is that mystery man that helped Team Heyman's division's team win Survivor Series War Games for the men's? Before we get into that, welcome to my channel, Wrestling Maniac. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below if you like what you see. This is a Survivor Series War Games review for 2025. Only 4 matches on the card. Overall, it was maybe like an average at best Survivor Series. I thought the beginning started off well. I thought the beginning really did start off well. I thought the first 2 matches were really, really well done. This show did start off really, really well. The last 2 matches, I don't know, man, like really fell off. It's a tale of two halves because there's only 4 matches. So let's get into each match individually, and I'll tell you my thoughts. So the first match was the women's War Games match. Remember, Team Charlotte had the advantage, and Charlotte kicked it off for her team against Asuka. So those two 1-1 again after happening on SmackDown, the tape version of SmackDown, and they kicked it off, right? And then about for 3 or 5 minutes. Remember, War Game doesn't start really officially. You can't pin your opponent until everybody's in the ring. So Charlotte's team has advantage. That means the next person to come in is on Charlotte's team, and that was surprisingly Io Sky. And Io Sky came in with a garbage lid. Okay, and she's very famous for in past war games to use a garbage can and jump off the top of the cage. She came in, Io Sky. Each time a new competitor comes in, they get their spots and they look strong at the beginning, right? Then on the woman's side, the heel side, Asuka, I believe they got, who was it? It wasn't Kyrie. It was Becky Lynch. Yeah, it was Becky. Yeah, it was Becky. Okay, it was Becky, which kind of surprised me. I didn't think Becky would be second, but it was Becky, and she came with a candlestick. Right? They're bringing weapons. They're bringing weapons now. They're bringing weapons now. They searched on the ring, now they're bringing weapons. And she got her stuff in. And there's some good spots in this match. Third on the Chargers team was Alexa Bliss. Come out to help Charlotte and her team. On the women's side, on the heel side, I believe it was Kyrie Sane. Okay? Kyrie Sane, they got the shots in. Kyrie Sane came with a chain. Came with a chain that she used and others used. And I remember this one spot where they had Charlotte, Io, and Alexa all tied up in a chain, and the Kupika Warriors double drop kicked them. I remember that. Then on the face side, AJ Lee. Surprisingly, AJ Lee came in fourth. Now Becky was making sure AJ Lee wasn't going to come in through the door, but AJ Lee came in through. She climbed in. Okay, and she got her shit in too. Now AJ Lee did not do a lot in this match. Not in the match. Did not do a lot in this match. She got her stuff, and she did get beat up too. She did get attacked too. She took some bumps here and there, but she didn't do a lot. And then it was Nia Jax, right? And Nia Jax came in dominating too. Like she's big, she's dominating. Then Rhea Ripley came in. She had a Terrifier mask in the movie. Right? She dominated. And then overall, Last Legend came in last. Last Legend came in last. I was surprised. They wanted to make her look strong. She looked strong. They obviously wanted her to make strong. The only problem is she came in last. There was no reactions from the crowd. That's because people don't really know who she is. And I don't know. Like maybe that was not the right spot to put her in because it is Survivor Series. Maybe I don't know. I think it was a bit of a mistake to put her last. Don't tell me she dominated. She's big and tall. But she got really no reaction. Every heel babyface in that match got a reaction. She really got no reaction. Okay, couple of good spots in this match. AJ Lee, she took her bumps. Um, Becky played this. Everybody played this match was actually good. Like I said, Io jumped off the cage in the garbage can to all five of her opponents. The only one that moved was the smart one was Becky, but everyone else was taken out, and Becky was all alone against five against everybody else, and that's how it ended. Rhea Ripley, Riptide, AJ Lee, Black Widow, get her tap, and the face team won. And that was a solid opening match. Next match, this match was fun as hell. John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. Once I heard Liv Morgan, I'm sorry, spoiling it. Once I heard Liv Morgan's coming back, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's Dom's winning against. My prediction show, I said John, I think, whatever. But so as you see, yeah, this match had a lot of shenanigans, as in Dom's matches always are, because he's he's honoring Eddie Guerrero, even though it's not his biological father. This match had all sorts of stuff. I actually thought the John Cena spot where Dom actually hurt his shoulder was kind of real, and I know Dom his thing is the fake things, right? The cheat. But I actually thought it was kind of real. I thought it was a botch, a mistake. But there's been times where Raquel and Roxanne got involved. Raquel hit her finisher on John. Same with Roxanne. Referee was taken out. Okay, they got kicked out, right? Once again, referee was taken out. John hit his finishers. Dom kicked out of the FU, adage adjustment. Ref was taken out again, right? Right? Finn Balor and JD McDonald coming out to beat up on John. John manages to take them out. And it's like John has the advantage. And all of a sudden, you hear Liv Morgan's music hit. And she's back. She's back. Down to the ring. And it's shocking moment. John Cena's shocked. Dom is shocked. Happy to see her. Liv looks at Dom. Gives Dom a punch. Or a slap, whatever. And then she hops on John Cena. And then you see a close up of the camera with giving those eyes that John gave when he hugged Cody at Elimination Chamber, and then she kicked John in the groin, the boss, and then Dom hit him with the 619, and Dom became Intercontinental Champion again. So yeah, Liv Morgan pulled a John Cena. What John Cena did to Cody at Elimination Chamber earlier this year, Liv Morgan did to John Cena. John Cena did not see it come. He got fooled. He got played. Lie, cheat, and steal, baby. Right? Whatever. Next match was the women's title match from Raw, Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella. Now, this particularly was an okay match, but it was I would say it's probably Nikki's best match since she came back. But there was a lot of issues in this match. You could tell Nikki. I know Nikki Bella fans, if they see this, they might get mad at me, but she could tell she's out of her league right now. She When she was at the top of her reign, the level of competition was not the best. Now it's miles apart, and you can tell in her matches that she's having a hard time to keep up at times. And Stephanie Vaquer, I think the best that she could do was help Nikki get through this match. And I think Stephanie Vaquer did the best she could. The problem is Nikki didn't sell the devil's kiss on the announce table. She wasn't waving her arms. I don't know what she was doing. It's just. And I think it was a smart move not to put the title on her. I don't think anybody wanted to see the title on her because Nikki, to me, is just. I don't think it's world champion caliber anymore. There's better talent in the roster. Just is. Even when she came back in 17 and 18, there's still greater talent in the roster then. I think she's miles apart, and I know she says she's done. Like, this is the last one. It's passed her by. The talent is just greatly deeper and better. It's just the woman now when when she was waiting on top. It's just, and this is when AJ Lee was around when she was around. It's just better. Okay. But yeah, Stephanie Vaquer retained the belt, retained the title. That's when this show second half went downhill for this show. The main event. Oh my god. I liked the main event at the beginning. I thought it was fine. I thought the storytelling was fine. Braun Breaker and CM Punk kicked it off. Good. Two alphas going at. I thought it was fine. Okay, I thought it was fine. There's a table. You got the Usos came in. Remember the heels got the advantage. Drew McIntyre came in. Handicap against Punk. Fine, right? And then Cody Rhodes came in to help Punk. Fine. Logan Paul comes in. Okay. Jimmy comes in. Okay. Logan Paul asks for brass knuckles. Okay. Things like that. Brass knuckles come in later. But yeah, then you get the idea. Then my problem is this win. Is this the last half of this match? I hated the last half of this match, and it's happened with Jey Uso. I know his theme song's over. His castration's over. His thing is over as hell. Comes in, like I said, everybody gets a shit in. He does that. Everybody's down. Everybody's down. Then I just hated this part when he goes on top of the cage, music hits again, he does this. I mean, don't do that during a fucking match, this WarGames match. I know it's probably because that the wrestlers are down rest for a minute, but I'm glad Brock, Brock Lesnar's music hit. I'm like, oh, thank God. And Brock just came down to the ring, right? Okay? And dominated. He dominated. Obviously, he dominated. Took out the Usos, took out Cody, took out CM Punk, things like that. And obviously, Brock took some bumps too. We'll talk about that later. Roman Reigns' music hits, and Brock comes out the door. Remember, since Roman Reigns didn't enter the cage at the time, it's not a forfeit. So Brock comes out the door. Rachel Roman Reigns comes out. Roman Reigns hits three Superman punches. He goes for a fourth one, but I know he said two for sure. So he goes for another one, and Brock catches him and gives him a F5 announce table. And then rams his head and shoulder into the cage. Then they put him in the cage, right? He locks the door, and then it becomes an official match. And man, people get their shit in then. And yes, Logan Paul asks for brass knuckles from Paul Heyman. Paul manages to hit a few people, but Roman gets Spears Logan, I believe. I don't know. Gets the brass knuckle and yeah, uses it, obviously. Superman punches it. Drew McIntyre, I believe, Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed comes in, hits a few two tsunamis. It would have been better if he went on top of the cage and hit a tsunami, but he didn't do that. There was a table set up, right? And Brock was back first, and Jay had Brock telling Roman to ram him through the table, right? Spear him through the table. So Brock knows that's happening, picks up Jay. He's going to F5 him. But Roman does spear Brock through the table, taking out Roman, taking out Brock, and taking out Jey Uso. CM Punk, right, and Braun Breaker spearing everybody. Tries to spear CM Punk, but CM Punk catches him for the go to sleep with GTS. Goes for the pin. All of a sudden, somebody in a hood and a sweater, black hood and a sweater, climbs through the cage, curb stomps CM Punk. Now, obviously, curb stomp's the trademark move, finishing move of Seth Rollins. But we know Seth Rollins' injury is real. It's real. He just had surgery. He's gonna be out till WrestleMania season. I think he might be far longer now. We know it's real, so we know it's not Seth Rollins. But who could it be? I mean, Braun gets the win. 1, 2, 3. Gets the win. Heyman's team wins. But who could it be? Now, people are theorizing it's Austin Theory because that's been the rumors for a while. It's Austin Theory. Now, if it is, I'll be disappointed because is this the only way to get Austin Theory over? Because he's tried so many times to make him a huge superstar. I don't know, man. Is this the last hurrah for Austin Theory? If it is him, it's just I'm not sold on the idea that Austin Theory is going to be that guy that Vince McMahon pushed him to be. But you see at the end, Roman and Punk fist bump each other, and there's still some issues. At the end, no heel turn from any of the faces, nothing like that. I do think down the line we're gonna get a Roman and CM Punk match at WrestleMania. Now, I still thought the heel was going to win, but I thought, because I had this belief that I thought Logan Paul's going to accidentally knuckle punch Brock Lesnar and they're going to set up like a feud of Brock Lesnar and Logan Paul. I think that's going to happen down the line. Brock Lesnar and Logan Paul are going to go at it. But I want to know what you guys think about this Survivor Series WarGames PLE. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, guys. Take care.